Joel Van Patten's art often evokes emotion and intensity.
I call myself, when I'm painting, a contemporary realist. So I like realism and trying to make the painting, kind of look as real as possible, but at the same time, kind of having a contemporary edge to it, kind of make it look, modern and of this time.
Joel's artistic talents flourished at a young age.
As a child, I started out just like most kids, you draw and you doodle. And, one of the things about art is that it's always proverbial, right? So we use that as communication and expression as children before we start to learn how to use words and articulate ourselves. And some people end up, retaining that, I guess, as they get older, and some people lose it, as they get older. And I was lucky enough to retain it. I remember getting in trouble by teachers saying, you're not focusing enough because you're sitting there drawing the whole time, and just kept that passion alive right up through high school.
After school, Joel took a break, but art kept calling for him. He began oil painting, which got him through some tough times.
After about a decade of doing no art, I got back into painting. When my mother got sick with Alzheimer's, I started to take up oil painting as a cathartic outlet for that.
Cityscapes, still life, come alive on his canvas. His love of New England sports has adorned the walls of Canvas Fine Arts in Boston. But his first love, comics.
My brother would write these comic strips, and I would just doodle for him and draw on them, and just kept going and going.
Joel is using his artistic talents to illustrate his first book. You could say it's out of this world.
Right now I'm working on a new book. It has a lot of it takes place in Santa's village. It's some elves and gnomes, and we have some sloths that are mining the caves, and all kinds of things like that. We got some birds that show up that are big, gigantic, like thunderbirds. And the book is going to be taking place throughout multiple times and dimensions and alternate Earth, and it allows my mind and my flexibility for my art to go wherever I want it to go.
What is it about comic books that are just timeless?
I think it can appeal to a lot of different ages, and it also at the same time can be topical about what we're going through now. So in this story, I'm trying to make it compelling enough that the 40-year-old adult can sit down with their 9-year-old child and read with them, but also simplistic enough so that the child stays engaged. It can't be too complicated. So I'm looking for something that kind of straddles the line between those two generations.
Sometimes I have something set in my head, so I'll explain it to him, and whatever he sends me back, I'm just blown away.
Joel's friend, John Durgan, is writing the plot, dreaming up characters that Joel brings to life. John also grew up loving comics.
I was always drawn to the superhero stuff, so Spider-Man was probably my favorite.
The plot of the soon-to-be titled comic book has a blend of Christmas magic, mystery, and some scary moments, courtesy of John's 7-year-old son, Will, who loves Halloween more than Christmas.
Combination of fantasy, horror, sci-fi.
The plot centers on a little boy named Will. Naturally, after John's son, the boy finds a magic cube while he's out Christmas shopping.
It has a glass eye hole in the center of it, so when he looks into it, he sees this winter forest, landscape, and he sees these glowing red eyes staring back at him from the woods, and he just drops the cube, and he ends up triggering it, which then transports him to this dimension between here and the North Pole. And obviously there's a much larger story involved as far as why he's there, what the cube is, good versus evil, that sort of thing.
There's a good elf and there's a bad elf, and it involves Santa and time travel, and he spends time to deliver all the gifts.
Joel can create his characters on his computer, digitally hand painting every single one.
You can go in, you can add colors, I can move things around. If I want to put red in here, I can just write red. And if I don't like that, I can just go in and one click of the button here, we can just delete it right out. Go here, and it's gone.
The good guys win in the end?
Good question. I don't know yet. I don't know if we got the end, so it might be 110 issues hopefully away from whether they win or lose. And they'll tell us that story as they go along, which is fun. So the characters will speak to us and see what trouble they get in. So should be interesting.
Joel says there's enough material for a series of books or even an animated feature.
You think about comics and things, you can go into a CGI type of world where they can be all animated too. They don't need to have the actors there and things, and they can just do voiceovers and stuff. So I think it's an interesting time to think about that too.
Right now, the focus is on this book, A Lifetime in the Making.
You know, I was lucky enough to find my passion early on in life, right? So a lot of people don't find it maybe till the end of their life, and I was lucky to do this, but it's really what I should be doing. It's my calling. It's at my core.